Alrighty, so we are live, and today we're going to be discussing National Treasure. So, just recently on Disney has announced that there is not going to be a season 2 of National Treasure Edge of History. It was canceled. So I want to talk a little bit about that, and I want to talk about what's in store for the future of the National Treasure franchise. I got this article here on Medium. You can follow me over there. I post some reviews as well as some articles kind of talking about movie updates, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what my thoughts are about different movie topics. So today we are going to talk about the National Treasure. So first I want to talk about the fact that it got canceled. So it doesn't look like Jess and friends are going to be having any more adventures for at least the time being. It looks like Disney has canceled a second season of National Treasure Edge of History. And there may be many reasons of why that happened, as I'm going to be breaking down today. Hello, welcome Inspirico. Thanks for joining today. I hope that you find that this video interests you. And without further ado, we're going to go into the first reason of why the National Treasure Edge of History failed when the films succeeded. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the missing key characters. You did have some characters that were in this series, such as Peter Sadusky and Riley Poole, as they helped Jess throughout certain parts of the series. Sadusky was in the first episode and then was killed in the second episode, but he did give Jess some crucial advice in the first episode.
What if I told you everything you know about your dad is a lie?
As well as Riley Poole, in the episode that he showed up in, he helped Jess uncover a clue that was kind of like a roadblock for her. She didn't know what to do, so he kind of showed up for one episode and was there to help out.
What's your clue? I would love to help out.
But he was only in there for one episode, which was kind of weird. But while those characters from the original films were there, they were missing two very important characters that did not show up in the series at all, and that was Benjamin Gates and Abigail. So since they didn't show up, they're very crucial to the original films, but they didn't even show up at Sadusky's funeral, something that I consider very weird for the characters, saying that they were close to Sadusky in some way, and they didn't show up at his funeral. I mean, Riley Poole did, but they didn't. That just felt really weird. So I think that's one of the reasons that National Treasure didn't do really well. As I'm going to touch on a little bit later, they didn't really close the door with Benjamin Gates' story. I mean, they hinted at a National Treasure 3, but they never truly ended the entire aspect of what they had planned. So I think that they need to have National Treasure 3 before they made this series, but that's not the way that it worked. But there's another reason that the National Treasure Films did better than the series did. And that's the high bar that was set by the National Treasure Films. In the first National Treasure film, we see Ben Gates steal the Declaration of Independence, something that was deemed impossible before he attempted it. And even after that, you also got to see how he planned how he was going to do it. They showed exactly how they were going to do it, and it was very interesting and neat and entertaining the way they did it.
It is surrounded by guards and video monitors and little kids on their 8th grade field trip. You will go to prison, you know that, right?
Yeah, probably.
That was the interesting and thrilling part about National Treasure, and what made it so unique is it showed how they planned on doing things in ways that nobody would have expected. I mean, if somebody walked up and told you, "Oh, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence," you'd laugh at them. But this film made it believable that it could actually be stolen, even though in real life it can't. So it was really cool to see that. And there's also a lot of history tied into these National Treasure films. There was some history in the Edge of History, but nowhere as much United States history. The National Treasure Edge of History had some, but it followed other stuff. I mean, nothing wrong with other history, but this was pure American history.
Undertaking the duty of the family Gates to find the most spectacular treasure in history. It grew throughout the ages and moved across continents until it was hidden by America's founding fathers.
National Treasure Edge of History also followed the family type of thing where they cleared their dad's name and finish what my dad started, that National Treasure Book of Secrets had, as the Gates had to clear their great-grandfather's name. So that had to do as well in this. That tied in a little bit, kind of giving Jess and Ben somewhat of a similarity. But that adds to the whole idea. Yes, we do need a third in Spirico. So, yeah, the third reason that I just think that the series didn't do as well as the films did is it's not as rewatchable. Once you find out who Salazar is in the series, I mean, that was kind of the whole guessing thing. Who killed Sadusky? Who is Salazar? Who's behind all of this? And then after you figure that out, it's kind of, it's not really rewatchable. I mean, it's a great series to watch the first time. It was entertaining, but after that, I just don't see myself sitting down and watching it again. But I've watched the National Treasure films multiple times because they're just entertaining and unique in their own way. So, what's the future of National Treasure? Is there a future? Is the franchise dead? Is Disney just going to give up on it? I doubt it. I believe that we're going to get a National Treasure 3 movie, and I think it's going to be about the 47 secrets that Riley Poole kind of hinted at in the episode he was in, tying back to National Treasure Book of Secrets when Ben was asked by the president to look at page 47. So I do believe that at some point we are going to get a National Treasure 3 film, probably in a couple of years, my guess, whenever Nicolas Cage's schedule clears up, because it's without finishing Ben Gates' story, you still need Nicolas Cage in the National Treasure films. And once you clear up his story, then you should go and make some series about other people. That was the whole issue. When you only mention 2 characters in your series and you don't really tie in much about Ben or Abigail or literally any other people. I mean, the person who ends up being Salazar, a little spoiler, is somebody that was in the original films. I'm not going to say who, but not as an important character. But yeah, just overall, that's kind of where I'm thinking with what I've seen in the series and what I think is going to happen in the future for National Treasure. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I hope to see you guys next time. It's been great to see you guys today. Thank you, and have a good rest of your day.